your hats on, family, because the spotlight is back and today's tea is hotter than Michelle Duggar having a breakdown in the hospital. We've got professional curveballs, birth room drama, concealed pregnancies, and an unvarnished look at Arkansas's most notorious compound. Let's get started. First off, people are certain that Jinger Duggar's recent revelation of the existence of a 37th grandchild is Lauren's covert fourth child. Or is this Claire and Justin's very secret first childbirth? Let's just say, Duggar's calculations don't add up. Michelle Duggar was then ejected from the labor room. Jinger reveals the tumultuous past of her mother's less than amicable breakdown after being denied entry during a previous birth. Let's just say that Mama Bear snarled out. Jill Duggar recently verified that Dillard had resigned from his position as a prosecutor and began an enigmatic sabbatical. There is only a mysterious Dillard law listing, no courtroom, no clients, and followers wondering if this is the end of his lawful grind. Finally, the uncensored commentary on the notorious Duggar Big House will astound you. Everything from faded Trump signs to crumbling paneling is exposed during a fan pilgrimage that turns into a roast session. And listen to what someone has to say about the Branch Davidian vibes. You know what to do if you want gossip, drama, and a little bit of cult criticism. To ensure you don't miss any updates, hit the bell, subscribe, and hit the like button. Remember to drop your wildest Duggar as well. Conspiracy in the comments section. We're observing. Okay, Fame family. Now let's begin our first tale. Did Jinger accidentally leave Lauren's fourth child out? Did Jinger Duggar unknowingly reveal the family's greatest secret? Another unspoken pregnancy? Watchers of Duggar went into full detective mode after Jinger quietly delivered a bombshell in her most recent podcast. Although fans only count 36 grandchildren, she may have unintentionally confirmed a 37th. Alright, fasten your seatbelt, star. Jinger Duggar's family with the arrival of baby Finnegan, the publication of another book, and her podcast about parenthood, Voulo has recently been in full mom mode. However, in a recent episode, Jinger casually referred to her newborn son as the 37th grandchild of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar while charmingly discussing him. The record scratch begins. Fans naturally performed the arithmetic right away and discovered that just 36 grandchildren had been formally counted. Where does number 37 originate from then? Social media detectives appeared into action looking through birth dates, family trees, and grainy wedding pictures as if they were on a divine mission. Josiah's wife, Lauren Duggar, is the leading theory. Since the couple discreetly welcomed their third child in May 2023, she has been mysteriously absent from society. Additionally, it appears that she gave birth to her fourth kid in secret in February 2025. According to Reddit detectives, Lauren was clearly pregnant at Jason and Maddie's wedding. One Redditor commented, based to the timing, that infant ought to have been born in February. Jinger simply verified it without being aware of it. Others added that the Duggar family's Christmas video also featured Lauren with a bump. However, neither she nor Josiah announced anything in public. It combines stealth mode with quiet birth. However, there is also a wild card theory. Some fans believe Justin and Claire may be the parents of the unidentified grandchild. The youngest wedded Duggar couple was married in 2021 and haven't been seen or heard from since. They had missed several Duggar get-togethers and now reside near Claire's family in Texas. Is the baby being raised in complete secrecy? They have been radio silent for years, according to one fan's conjecture. No social media, no baby showers, no appearances. Unless Jinger told us by accident, no one would know if they had a child. Not to mention that Jessa and Hannah have both been confirmed to be pregnant, increasing the total number of grandchildren this year to 39. However, Jinger's 37 count merely consists of babies that have already been born. Fans believe we have discovered the identity of the person who gave birth in secret. This family, let's face it, never sneezes without fans keeping track of how many tissues were used. However, the conjecture may be accurate this time, and Jinger might have unintentionally dropped the microphone. Stay put, since you should wait if you found something juicy. When Michelle Duggar was expelled from Jinger's birth room, she had a complete breakdown at the hospital. Additionally, the narrative is major drama with Mama Bear ejecting Michelle Duggar from the birthing room. Yes, Mama Duggar became agitated. Finally, Jinger is spilling the beans. There are many heartwarming stories in Jinger Duggar's new podcast, but one in particular had listeners in stitches. She disclosed that when her mother, Michelle, was refused entry to a hospital birthing room, she had a severe panic attack, and that wasn't an isolated incident. Michelle Duggar has been the quiet, kind mother of 19 children and counting. However, based on during one particularly stressful hospital stay, Jinger's persona didn't quite hold up. Jinger discussed what actually happened when she gave birth to her second daughter, Evangeline, during the COVID-19 pandemic in her most recent podcast episode. To put it mildly, it wasn't all sunshine and roses. Jinger clarified that her husband, Jeremy, had parked the car and dropped her off at the hospital. Michelle accompanied her at the entry, but only one person was permitted due to stringent pandemic regulations into the area used for labor and delivery. Who do you think missed the cut? You're correct, Michelle Duggar. Jinger claims that in a matter of seconds, Michelle became enraged and begged the staff to let her in. She apparently made quite a scene by yelling, "Let me go back there," repeatedly. Jinger, who was already in the early stages of labor, expressed her embarrassment and fear that they would throw them both out. Those who have watched Michelle for a long time and recall her as always calm will find this behind-the-scenes glimpse startling. Although she speaks quietly, sources have long stated that Michelle will stop at nothing to be with her children or grandchildren. Furthermore, Jinger implied that Michelle's boundary-pushing behavior in the delivery room wasn't limited to this instance. With Jinger's third kid, baby Finnegan, everything went more smoothly, but just in case, Michelle was allegedly in Los Angeles weeks before the due date. Although Jinger expressed gratitude for the encouragement, several admirers questioned Michelle's continued desire for involvement, given that the Voulos lived thousands of miles away from Arkansas. Regarding Finnegan's actual birth, Jinger disclosed that she needed to be induced at 40 weeks. Although she reassured the audience that she and the child were well, the abrupt choice caused some concern, particularly considering the family's history of difficult deliveries. However, Michelle's actions during Evangeline's birth were the main focus. "Let me go back there" is already turning into a meme in Reddit threads and Duggar snark forums. Michelle, losing it at hospital staff is peak fundamentalist entitlement, jokingly said one fan. Having 19 children does not provide you VIP access to the uterus. Supporters are divided. Some people understand Michelle's parental tendencies. Others, however, claim it's just another instance of Duggar's overreach. In any case, viewers adore Jinger's unvarnished candor. Because of the Duggar shock, keep it locked. And the waves don't end there. Derek, Jill Duggar's husband, has made a significant career announcement that may mark the end of his legal career. What fans have been speculating about for weeks was recently confirmed by Jill Duggar. You might be surprised to learn why Derek Dillard is no longer a prosecutor. Derek Dillard's professional journey has been anything but typical, ranging from missionary work to law school to the Arkansas courthouse. According to Jill's most recent post, he has taken a complete sabbatical. Derek Dillard, Jill Duggar's husband and a former assistant district attorney, is finally out of the courtroom. Duggar fans, get ready. Yes. In a recent Instagram Q&A, Jill herself said that the former cast member of Counting On has moved away from prosecutorial work. In response to a fan's inquiry about Derek's present activities, Jill said that he is currently on sabbatical, which she described as a much-needed change of pace for their family. Furthermore, we didn't see that one on the way. What does this mean then? Fans who have followed Derek's path are aware that this was more than simply a job. It took years to develop. Following his departure from his corporate position at Walmart in 2015, Derek transitioned into church work before enduring a difficult time in law school. After passing the bar in 2022, he started working as an assistant district attorney in Arkansas. However, his LinkedIn profile has been subtly changed to reflect his present employer, Dillard Law. Despite the lack of public record of any official business registration, which has raised rumors that it could be a placeholder or the beginning of an unlaunched solo venture. So, is this a complete career change or just a brief hiatus? Although Jill provided few specifics, her tone conveyed that the action was deliberate and constructive. Although she didn't go into detail, she stressed that Derek has been able to concentrate on personal pursuits thanks to the time off. Fans are making predictions for everything from home renovations to support for homeschooling to actually penning a book. Because writing memoirs is one of the Duggars' specialties after reality TV. Not to mention that this change occurs only a few months after Jill's shocking memoir, Counting the Cost, was published. In it, she revealed her background, the destructive effect of the IBLP, and her strained relationship with Jim Bob. Derek's professional shift might be a component of a broader lifestyle overhaul for the entire family. Fan pages on Reddit exploded following Jill's post, where individuals comment on whether Derek is preparing to start his own business, or simply taking a break from work that involves direct interaction with the public. The speculation is only being fueled by the absence of an official declaration. An individual commented, "This smells like burnout." Or perhaps he simply does not want to be a public person. In any case, it sounds like they are both relieved based on Jill's tone. There are disagreements among fans. After years of arduous legal effort, some commend Derek for putting his family first, while others question whether he is resigning for a more profound purpose. In any case, the Duggars are still leaving conventional jobs. There's always more Duggar drama lurking in the background, just when you think we're finished. We're going straight to the startling facts about the enormous house in Arkansas. Aside from Trump slogans in the grass and analogies to cult compounds, the Duggar Big House isn't only well known. It's also turned into a full-fledged fan pilgrimage site with some genuinely unsettling parallels. From afar, it might appear to be just another extravagant home in a rural area of Arkansas. However, the Duggar family complex, often known as the Big House, has gained a legendary, almost cult-like reputation among both supporters and detractors. This is what has Reddit buzzing once more. An image with the caption, "Pasted a familiar house today," was sent by a fan who recently drove past the notorious Duggar huge mansion. "I'd know my way around, but it's not my house." That one image sparked a barrage of comments from seasoned Duggar fans. Observers. Discussions over who still resides there, and what exactly goes on behind those walls have been sparked by the image of the large metal-roofed house encircled by campers, RVs, and other buildings. A perceptive user identified a tiny building close to the rear, referring to earlier allegations that Jana Duggar has her own unattached living area on the property. They conjectured that the one in the corner might be Jana's modest home. Additionally, it was unnerving to some fans and nostalgic to others. Several commenters created likenesses to cult substances. "It really doesn't look like a home," one wrote. "It appears to be an establishment." And another adding their voice. "I went to the Branch Davidian site that was rebuilt. To be honest, it seemed more tranquil than this location." However, the layout wasn't the only thing that made people wonder. People recalled how proudly the Duggars used to display their not-so-subtle political landscaping. Everyone was reminded by one user of the occasion when the family carved Trump 2020 into the grass on the roadside hillside. It appears that someone joked that grass had finally grown over the Trump letters. The home is still a huge duplicate of metal, though. Some even pointed out that the Duggars had every chance to construct a lovely, useful house for their big family, but instead chose to go with basic practicality without considering comfort or style. One person said, "The most wasted space home to ever exist." The notorious large bus was another topic of conjecture. Yes, that vintage Duggar tour bus that was used to transport the children in the style of a rock band from reality TV. I wonder if the large bus parked in the back is still there. One thought. Naturally, there were also some ominous jokes concerning the cleanliness of the property. "We know it stinks because so many people have lived there for so long." A remark was made. "I'm shocked it's still intact." Others couldn't help but be amazed at how this house, which was built to accommodate a family of 21 or more, has come to represent the Duggar brand, which combines radical politics, intense religious beliefs, and disorganized logistics. Whether you adore it or detest it, it's undeniable that the large house is iconic, and people go long distances to take pictures of it, whether they find it creepy or not. While some fans view it as a piece of reality TV history, others call it home sweet eyesore. However, almost everyone acknowledges that it has a strong Fundy Fortress vibe. And you thought the chatter was over, but today isn't it? We have a quick summary of all the most outrageous headlines from today. Therefore, avoid touching that dial. What a ride. Jinger might have unintentionally revealed a secret Duggar pregnancy by performing simple baby math. When Michelle Duggar attempted to break into her daughter's delivery room twice, she had a complete breakdown. After Dillard resigned from his position as a prosecutor, some fans are questioning whether he is truly done practicing law. Additionally, devotees are making pilgrimage road excursions to the notorious Duggar Big House and comparing it to cult facilities. Seriously, please remember to hit the bell, like, and subscribe if you're a drama geek. You never miss an episode. For extra tea, follow us on social media and leave your most outrageous Duggar hypothesis in the comments below. The upload is scheduled for tomorrow. Suppose the receipts are spicy and someone's ex is speaking up. As always, stay amazing, celebrity family. This is The Fame.